Islam. It is September the 23rd, 2021. I am leaving Burger King. It's approximately, hold on, I don't know what time it is. Let me see. I thought the phone was on, but it's not. Sometimes it takes a few moments. I think my phone might be, hold on one moment.
And I need cheese.
Oh, I need to charge it.
Hello?
I need to charge my phone.
Small, medium. Hey, Louis, how you doing, my friend?
Okay, Islam, I just went back into Burger King. I was trying to turn my phone on, but I didn't charge it. So, Islam, I'm Moorish American Nation and Family. Islam, I'm Ron Arrington-Bey. So early, as I opened the door, you might have heard, it sounded like, I'm not sure, it sounded like Sherlyn. I could be wrong. It sounded like Sherlyn said that's peace mode, but I could be wrong. I'll go back and look. I don't know. Sometimes, she speaks Spanish, so she could have said something in Spanish. So I didn't ask her. As you see, I'm still walking away from Burger King. It's about 4:30 p.m. I got off work at 4:14 p.m. So what I'm giving testimony about, my Moorish American Nation and Family, is the disease in Annapolis. First, let me say this. I work with a co-worker, an African-American male named Dwayne. He would be considered still new employee unless he worked at another Burger King, because I probably work with him now going on maybe 2.5 months approximately, I think. Maybe a little bit longer. Anyway, maybe a month or maybe 2 months. No, maybe, I'm not that long. That's all I can really say, not that long. Anyway, because I told him, I said, because he speaks to me, just, basic, hi, how you doing? He always speaks. And today his hair was like my hair. He has locks. And I sometimes have the two twists on the side. On one of my videos that I spoke about the Army. I spoke about the Army, a black male when I first came to Annapolis, with the Army emblem on the back of the truck, going around Burger King, singing how we're gonna get this sold. When I first came to Annapolis, when I said first, I say we came in June. We started working for Burger King. Around June, the middle of June approximately of 2016. And this happened maybe, I can't remember, but it was in 2017. So it wasn't that long after. At the beginning, it could have happened in January or February. I'm not sure, but I did document it. So anyway, today his locks were like mine. I had a twist on the video when I spoke about it on each side, and my hair back. Because I also spoke about this Spanish-looking male coming into Burger King saying he knew Imani named Alex, and it wasn't true. Imani said it. So I asked Dwayne today, it's September 23rd, 21, was he in the Army? Because I remember seeing him wear an Army hat when he was off work, and he had on an Army hat. I said, didn't you have an Army hat on? I said, were you not? He said, you sure it was me? I said, yeah. He said, no, I don't have an Army hat. I said, okay. So I just wanted to clear that up. He said he didn't wear the Army hat. I said, okay, no problem. So what I want to talk about is the diseases in Annapolis, in reference to unclean spirits. So when you're among unclean spirits, so we know that the Black, Negro, African American community The Black Negro African American community has a high rate of venereal diseases. The Spanish-speaking community, Mexico, Hispanic community have a high rate of venereal diseases. And these are what I know for a fact. And those that are pale skin are not far behind it. Okay? So one of the biggest issues are venereal diseases and health in the African American and Hispanic community. I'm going to focus on that. So I remember feeling like at this time, I have never felt this before, my genitals being attacked. And when I say this way before, I have had my genitals attacked in New York before I came here. But I noticed my genitals would be attacked where I felt engagement of an unclean spirit. And during my menstrual, I felt like I saw a little like sore on the clitoris. And I was thinking to myself, even though I was tested many times, that possibly I have a virus of some sort. It could be herpes, it could be warts. And then I would notice on my menstrual once again, let me remind those who are paying attention, I was being attacked or experiencing forced mental engagement. Okay, my genitals were being attacked. But when that sore seemed to appear or tear, all of a sudden, Black Negro males would start saying the word I love you. Or I would hear, before that, I would hear Black Negro males and Hispanic and females or Hispanics, but at this time was predominantly, I want to say, a mixture, say, come down. She need to come down. Okay? So, and once again, Annapolis has the United States Navy, the Army, base here. Predominantly customers that come into Burger King are African American, Black Negro, pale skin, Hispanic. They could be they look to be from Mexico, El Salvador, Central and South America. The police, and those that are from the military, the Navy and the Army, and healthcare workers. And I think that sums it up. And so I would hear around American Senate Stay, a lot of times, someone yelling down the hall, "Come down," as my genitals are being attacked, or when that little sore appeared. Or I noticed Black males and females would start saying how they love someone regardless. They love them. And I knew, because at the time I didn't understand the psychological, I felt psychologically, these are unclean spirits I'm referring to. Engagement. And this is Hispanic too, but I didn't understand, I didn't know how to verbalize it. Okay? So, if you think that you are infected with a virus, herpes, gonorrhea, chlamydia, and this is my path to work. I'm passing a shell. Someone's supposed to show this, Dunkin' Donuts. Warts, genital warts. So many venereal diseases, and those around you, male and female, you don't know them personally, but they exhibit behaviors as though they have the telepathic code, and they keep speaking about being in someone's room. They in somebody's room, like they're watching somebody in their room. I'm in Annapolis, Maryland, and you think you might be infected, and then you all of a sudden you don't know anyone personally, and all of a sudden you hear them saying how they still love a person, and you're experiencing a sore on your clitoris. Now, what does that tell you? that tells you that that person, and at the time, once again, the military, males and females, I noticed are, and not at the time still are, prevalent. Okay, where people were saying military outside American extended stay, our room. I wrote a letter to American extended stay because of this. And they would say the word police. So what does that tell you? If you have someone saying how they still love somebody, you have never met them on a physical plane, nor have you engaged with them mentally. In our sacred mental grove that I know of in Monty-Grey-Bay and around Arrington-Bey, we have, Monty has never been there, as far as I know. He would have told me. We talk about such things openly. And I stopped going there before I came to Annapolis. All right? And so not only that, I got to use this thought. You hear them saying Mason, Mason, 33, 3. As they are saying how much they love a person, while you're experiencing possibly some form of venereal disease. What does that tell you? That tells you that venereal diseases, that person possibly is infected. Not only are they infected, they so mentally ill, they want to experience some form of sexual experience with you, so you can go back and forth, sending the disease, spreading the disease, the filth among one another. You just keep circulating that filthy disease back and forth. But hey, they love you. So anyway, this is what I was experiencing for a while. Then one day at Burger King, a co-worker. Okay, now this is before I knew. I assumed, okay, because also I would see pedestrians or the citizens here with cold sores on their lips. Okay, a lot of them with cold sores on their lips. So, because I have studied in the health, I knew that was a form of herpes simplex. Okay, I didn't know, because once again we are new to Annapolis. We are new to being among those that exhibit behavior, demonstrate themselves to be in the military, Navy, Army, the police, especially, or to hear such things outside our room, such as "I love you," "We paid," "She loved your son," "Stay," "We paid those mores." What else they say? "I love you," "We paid," military. So many words they have said. Money. That's money. Like they pay, once again. So, and then you think you possibly are experiencing a venereal disease, and you see, and this is when I say you, I'm speaking of because this is what I experienced. See, or hear, males and females, Black, Negro, African American. These are not these are well-dressed, look like they have decent jobs, they driving a car. Imani and I, we walk everywhere, okay? I don't have a car. So they have money to have a car, it seems. Hispanic, the exact same thing. But predominantly I would say, and brother. They say brother. Predominantly out of those two, I would definitely say it would be the Black male and female. Say how much they love somebody. So that lets me know whatever it is infected with a disease. So what I start doing is, and remember, they would say, "Come down." Like they trying to, cause someone, a Mexican or Spanish. I just passed this, said hola, and I felt a forced pain in my right chest. Hold on, let me show you. I know you, if you listen, in the bushes, I'm literally like, sometimes when I'm walking, I hear people talking like they behind bushes. You know how like a military op might trying to do drive-by shootings on TV, drive-by shootings, or this is military, maybe they're overseas and they have to do a certain military combat position where they have to hide before they do hide somewhere behind the like a rock or whatever to shoot the enemy. Supposedly, just on TV you see this, so you can only imagine. Or if you're able to look at videos of journalists who actually are able to video some of these things that go on and live to tell about it. So the military males are trying to protect themselves as they shoot back at the enemy. So, and my thoughts is, if it's a United States military, Army, Navy, whatever, they trying to defend freedom. They're trying to defend the constitutional rights. So, so many times now. So this is what I'm giving you a visual. So this, you see this grass, or even the underpass, or where people park their car. When I'm walking, I might hear, this is the Mexican restaurant. I might hear somebody speak, say Burger King. I'm not accusing Burger King. Speak Hispanic. Someone said just a few moments ago, hola, and I felt the force sharp pain on my chest. Okay, or just the same thing, same words I just got through giving testimony about. You would see how these are acts of terrorism. Okay, these are forced acts of terrorism. So if you don't, getting back, okay, I had to stop what I was saying because as I was walking past, someone said hola. There is a truck here, and I'm just walking past the truck. Someone said hola, and I felt the force sharp pain. So if you are, imagine using those that have the code, the telepathic code, or some form of science experiment to send forth sharp pains as weapons of mass destruction, causing masses of citizens to have to go to the hospital to get checkups, because health is important. To have health, to be healthy, is a form of freedom. Health is important. Right now, we're experiencing a coronavirus pandemic. Coronavirus pandemic, where many people have died because they say that the virus attacked their immune system. So, and so if a virus is attacking your immune system, or your immune system is not strong enough to fight back the virus when it's exposed to it, you become sick, and it causes you to either have to go to the hospital, get treated, or you might transition or die. So let me continue. So as I was experiencing this sore on my clitoris, I noticed predominantly black male and female accents will like keep saying how much they love something, love someone. And once again, it seemed like, not saying that the Hispanic is not involved, but I would just definitely say, because I see Hispanics in the Navy as well, in the Army. They were in the Navy, Army uniform. They look to be maybe from Mexico, El Salvador, so forth. So getting back to the point, if a spirit is able to monitor, or those that have the science or a technological device, or an experiment, maybe it's artificial intelligence, AI, that the military created that should be used to protect, is stalking and monitoring your room. Okay? And not only that, through heat sensors, through heat sensors, they can tell how healthy you are, how non-healthy you are. It's just like they can tell possibly which strand of the telepathic code you have. If you have the strand that's mixed with an animal, a low strand telepathic code, or you don't. These police, these military, they know. If they have devices that can read your heat there's a heat sensor, or read your body, your health chemistry before you know about it, trust this, they know which type of telepathic code they gave to the population. They know which strand they gave. And if they decided to give a strand of the telepathic code that's mixed with animal, ape, dog, whatever, to the people, not only that, but give it to the fetus and the baby, then you already know. So you have a population of kids mixed with animals. But they might look so-called human. But they're not human. So let me continue. So I started to up my health by being plant-based, taking herbs, and really cleansing my body. And I noticed even when my genitals were being attacked, I didn't experience the sore anymore. It's like a force field appeared. I mean, literally, because I was cleansing. I used many different herbs. These herbs are strong, very herbs. I really like cleanse. It's like I could tell my thoughts, everything was like a frequency that I felt as I had cleansed myself with herbs. And so these spirits, whether they saying brother, but still unclean, their unclean spirits would still be attacking. But what I experienced before was not the same. Also, I made sure my blood was alkaline. Because, so literally, it seemed like if they saying brother and attacking my genitals, or Spanish-speaking accents saying whatever, I love you, whatever, it's like they trying to make me sick. Once again, who gets paid when you have masses of people unhealthy? Freedom is health is connected to freedom. So I didn't experience, even though they were attacking, they stopped attacking as much, I guess because they didn't get the reaction they hoped. Islam. Okay? But then I noticed a few, not even a month, about a few weeks ago, once again, I was taking herbs. I stopped the herbs for a while now because I decided to cut back on my finances. And I noticed my genitals were being attacked even more. And these spirits in Annapolis, Maryland, obviously are connected to an unnaturalized United States Navy or Army, unnaturalized, or the police, or they're being controlled or getting downloads from the TV. The TV is a satellite, so a satellite, you have, when you're dealing with technology, it might be hard for people to believe this, but you can get, but if you yourself has a chip in your mind, you can get a download. Or if you, this is dealing with artificial intelligence or radio. Okay? So I know my body, because I've gained some weight. My blood chemistry has changed some because I was cutting back on my finances. So these spirits seem to really start attacking when they saw that I stopped doing some of the things I were doing. Remember, the military, NASA, they can tell what's your chemistry, the chemistry of your body, before you even go get checked to see how you're feeling. So if they can read the chemistry of your body through technology, they will know when your cells or your immune system is low and when your immune system is high. Islam. So if they have heat sensors or whatever technology, not only that their artificial intelligence are able to do this, and then you notice that you hear unclean spirits say, "Come down," okay? Because this is dealing with your health. When you're healthy, you don't have to spend money at the hospitals. When you're healthy, you don't have to spend money at the pharmacist. When you're healthy, you are able to think in a balanced manner. You are able to be more of a productive citizen, and if you have been naturalized, you are able to demonstrate yourself a part of the human family, if that's what you consider yourself, but not chattel property, not an animal, not a beast. And you are able to demonstrate yourself as a natural, true American citizen when you're healthy. So, once again, I was not able to, it wasn't that I wasn't able, I chose to not purchase some of the healthy things for me because I was cutting back. And I was like, okay, I'm going to have to wait. Now, I have not become sick because my immune system is strong, but that doesn't mean it is as high, or my frequency was as high as it was when I was taking the herbs. So if you are trying to implement war against health, to cause a woman or man to be subjugated, where they will actually amalgamate with something that's not like them, okay? And so in order to do that, they need to break you down with your health. Okay, remember that we are among the coronavirus pandemic, Islam. Thousands of people, millions of people have died all around the planet because this so-called pandemic. Then you can see how unnaturalized, I say unnaturalized because that's what we are dealing with, or among as Moorish Americans, military, Navy, Army, and police could be involved in such things. Now, and if they being used, because they're unnaturalized, by a foreign entity, a bank, because they're in the United States corporation, they have not been naturalized, they're not going to care. If they themselves are not a part of the human family, if they artificial intelligence, and not only that, if they have gotten away with abusive acts of terrorism, because attack on your health is an act of terrorism, Islam. An attack on your health is an act of terrorism. And if they've gotten away with such acts of terrorism for a long time, why should they care? So the first time I experienced 4 sharp pains was here in Annapolis. I've been exercising and taking care of my health. I started in 2010. And then I started to work my way down and exercising and learning my body little by little. When I came to Annapolis, approximately 2 months, and I'm not accusing Burger King, I'm just giving testimony. 2 months of working at Burger King, I remember I experienced a 4 sharp pain. I think it was my left temporal, not my right, my left temporal, as I was serving a regular pale skinned customer that drove a truck that had on their license plate Navy 1. Okay, Navy, Navy 1. And she also had the American flag on each side. I don't know how many stars it had on each side of her truck. It was a black truck. She sat at the table. She was a pale skin, but she sat at the table with predominantly black males that implied or definitely represented or are in the Navy and the Army. And as I was serving her at Burger King, I'm not accusing her, I'm just giving testimony, I experienced a forced sharp pain in my left temporal. And simultaneously, she said, "Paid, y'all." And I'm not accusing her, but that's what happened. Simultaneously, as I experienced the forced sharp pain in my left temporal, this is my head. My head, that's my cranium. My cranium, where my brain is, where my mind is, where that needs to stay connected so that I can think and live a productive life. She said, "Paid, y'all." So why would an unclean spirit, okay, who especially in Annapolis, where there's the military, the Navy, the Army, the Marines are here, they're prevalent, would feel it's okay to send for sharp pains to anyone? If anything, I would think this would be the most healthiest place in reference to Baltimore or anywhere there's the military. I think you would think this is the most healthiest place, especially if they have the technological device or science to distribute the telepathic code. The telepathic code. And I would think if they are giving out the telepathic code, that the citizens will have the upgraded version, the best telepathic code that exists. That means the telepathic code is not going to be mixed with a dog, ape, gorilla DNA. So why would I, who have never experienced for a sharp pain like this in my life, and because I know my body, I'm 48 years old, I know it's for sharp pains, in a town where the military is prevalent, I see the police everywhere, it starts to experience for sharp pains after I come here. And a lot of times, simultaneously, someone might say, "Brother," these are average citizens, "Brother, we paid. She love your son. Stay. What else? So many. Military. I'm just giving examples. Money. They use the word money. Why would, now this is in 2021, where the military, the United States Navy, Army, they have supposed to, and I'm not accusing saying they have not, but I'm giving testimony, supposed to have taken an oath or affirmed to uphold the organic Constitution of 1787, the 13th Amendment with 20 sections, and all 4 of Abraham Lincoln's proclamations. Now, we know as Moorish Americans, and it's been documented, illegal organ selling is prevalent on this landmass. So what unclean spirits can do is hide the true reason why they are attacking and behaving in such manner. Once again, Imani and I, we don't smoke cigarettes. Venereal diseases, we try to stay clear from. Okay, so I think, let me back up. Getting back to the venereal diseases. So just so happened, I don't think I finished that thought. I was at Burger King, and one of the co-workers, once again, I didn't know venereal diseases such as herpes was prevalent in Annapolis. One of the co-workers, named Khalid, was speaking about herpes with a group of other co-workers being prevalent in Annapolis. Herpes, okay? Now, this is before I upped, because I was still transitioning when I got here with my diet. And so this is before I upped my standards in health. And he spoke of herpes as I felt a forced sharp pain in my left ankle. Reminding you, the unclean spirit saying how much they love somebody or love a person, as I experienced a sore on my clitoris, okay? Which that definitely implies if you saying you love somebody, an unclean spirit, you trying to normalize being infected. You trying to normalize being unhealthy. You're trying to normalize being sick and filthy. Then you're going to behave in such manners. So, and he, Khalid thought I was in a conversation because I said, ouch, when I felt the forced sharp pain in my left ankle as he was saying herpes. And he said, what did you say, Rhonda? I said, Khalid, I'm not in the conversation. I wasn't talking to you. I was just I experienced a forced sharp pain as you spoke the word herpes. So I'm going to continue. Why? Imani and I, we don't smoke cigarettes. We don't drink. We walk everywhere. Not saying that we would never have a glass of wine or drink alcohol, but these times are too, what's the word? Dangerous to be drinking for me. We don't do drugs and so forth. A lot of times you might see people, especially pale skins and black Negroes, they'll, as they say three, they do like this. Or they speak the word Mason, like animals. In Annapolis, like animals. They do like this. Like they have something to be proud about. So he was saying that Annapolis had a high number of venereal diseases. Many people in Annapolis have venereal diseases. Okay, many people. So if you have unclean spirits with a telepathic code having sex, okay, and they are able to force rape you in your sleep, they are able to move objects by entering your room through the telepathic code. This is our different sciences. And where you would see, imagine movies such as The Entity. A movie was about this woman who was literally being raped by a spirit, an unclean spirit, okay? Now, in this movie, The Entity, wherever she went, the spirit went, and this spirit was literally having sex with her, but you didn't see the spirit, you just saw her gyrating up and down, up and down, up and down. Now, they made a movie about that, and if you see that movie, you think, oh, this can never happen. Because I know when I would see movies like this, in reference to unclean spirits, I was like, there is no way this can happen. But here I am in Annapolis, and I'm telling you, these unclean spirits, these experiments, there's nothing special. They're not from the stars. These are experiments, weapons of mass destruction that are used as terrorists, are able to move objects and enter your room with that telepathic code. If they're able to force mental engage while you sleep, have sex with you, rape you, molest you, these are unclean spirits, they definitely can, and I know they can, enter your room and move objects. Now, once again, how would I and why would I know this being in Annapolis, where the Navy, the Army, and the police, the Marine is prevalent, a city where the police is prevalent. And then here, black Negroes, African Americans, pale skins, predominantly African Americans and Hispanics say somebody's racist. Somebody's racist. Like if they're not able to rape and spread venereal diseases and engage, you have one of their filthy, disease, abomination kids, you must be racist. Something's wrong with that person. Okay? So I found this interesting. Islam. So I'm giving testimony as a spiritual woman. So the reason why I'm talking about this, because I noticed a lot of things have increased since I have decided to start documenting videos on my path back and forth to work. Even as I was walking to work maybe 2 weeks ago, because I would see feathers on my path to work, and I have documented experiencing a Mexican or Spanish looking unclean spirit forced engagement. Can you not talk to me? Okay, so a black Negro got a signal, probably a download, to talk because they do get downloads. And literally, they get downloads. The TV might be on, or some form of the television might be somewhere. As I was documenting, because the TV and the military that's unnaturalized are connected. So the TV is a satellite. So as I was documenting, so the spirit that's unclean, like a Mexican, was mentally engaging, and was like saying, I'm gonna come. Like literally, it was on me saying, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna have sex with this light. And then I was hearing like a mic in the room, black, Negro, African American, male and females talking, like a mic in the room as I was experiencing this. Then I'm saying brother, and I'm saying other words. So in reference to unclean demonic spirits and the science of telepathy and other sciences, why would this even exist or be happening in a town where you have the Navy, the Army, the police, and we assume it's more American, they're naturalized, the Marines, prevalent. They're so prevalent that I see them at Burger King coming in, since I've been working at Burger King. Here I am at Whole Foods. So as I was walking one day, 2 weeks ago, this is after this attack, and I'm still hearing somebody say bird. I'm seeing feathers on my path back and forth to work. I was rushing to work, and I saw the black African American, I'm giving testimony, black Negro, unless they claim a nationality, dressed in a uniform, male and female, walking towards me on my path to work. And on the right of me was a black Negro in a yellow vest. As she walked by, it was clear. I would say I'm 98% sure. She said, because I took out, as I saw this, I was taking out my tablet quickly, because I take out my tablet. And as I took out my tablet, I have it set up. I already had it on me. All I have to do is press a button as I do my videos. As I took out my tablet, I'm 98% sure she said that's why it's the bird. So once again, when these Spanish-speaking unclean spirits attack, it's interesting to hear the accents of black Negroes, African American, even pale skin, as they say 3, and say that's the bird. Why would this be existing in a city where you have the Navy, the Army, the military, so prevalent? And if they've been naturalized, up laws of freedom, if anything, as a Moorish American, I shouldn't have to worry about anything in a city like this. As a Moorish American who has affirmed to uphold constitutional laws, this should be the safest city. Any city where there's the military so prevalent, this should be one of the most safest cities in this country. Islam. Anywhere. I'm not going to say just here, anywhere. Because if they've been naturalized, they're not being used by a bank, a foreign entity, then to be a terrorist or perform acts of terrorism, or to use other citizens to be terrorists, or to use other citizens to perform acts of terrorism, then the city should be safe. Islam. These are acts of terrorism. It's September 23rd, 2021.